Good evening, and welcome to the final episode of Curse of Strahd. Episode 20. I cordially invite you to another macabre experience par excellence. Tonight, we delve into the wedding of Shasta del Mora. Lightning effect, bats fly off, horse neighs in the distance. Frau Belcher? Alright, so, hey, welcome tonight, guys. This is, wow, chat is really calling this, let's see, Season 2, Curse of Shasta, Shasta's Revenge, Shasta's Revenge. Alright, so, hey, this is episode 20. This is Curse of Strahd, chapter 20, Post-Mortem. So tonight's going to be a little bit different. We're going to run into a little bit of play at the beginning, and then depending on how that goes, we're going to wrap it up, and then we're going to kind of talk with you and go through what the campaign was like for us and do a little bit of chatting. But first, I think it's time for a little bit of roleplay after our introduction. So, I'm Kelly. I'm the storyteller and dungeon master of Dork Tales, and I have taken these wackos through 20 episodes of Curse of Strahd. That has been, like, pretty successful. Like, I think it's been a solid B effort. I like this game. I think that it's got some problems with its modernization, but it's really in depth, and if people want to really dwell in it, I think that it's a lot of fun. Actually, I was talking to some guy earlier on one of the forums that I post on who was like, I can't believe you're done at episode 20. We're on episode 20 and we're only in Vallaki. I'm like,
what the heck did they do?
They talk to everyone, I imagine. Like, they definitely are spamming all the NPC dialogue options. They're like, boop, 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 boop.
We were just like, they ain't got nothing to sell. Man, screw them.
Like, I think we were a little more driven, of course, because we were doing things on camera, but...
we also didn't fully explore the death house.
You basically did.
TFO'd.
You basically got it, though. You skipped a few things. What you didn't explore was the windmill. You didn't go to the windmill at all. No, so plenty of children got sacrificed. But hey, it's par for course. So anyway, I'm Kelly. I'm the guy that runs things around Dork Tales. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with us for 20 episodes. Or hey, if you're tuning in for the first time, good to see you. Hey. So why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves in typical order. Hello, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine, and I have played Illican Dawncaller Vaimelaga, our Goliath Barbarian.
Nice.
The Bloodspear.
Of the Bloodspear. Hello, Amy.
Bloodspear, yes.
Hello, I am Amy, and I play Shasta Dunmora, the half-elf paladin of vengeance.
Nice. Yo, Neil.
Hi, I'm Neil, and I play Brother Constantius Carus, cleric of Brig, and only good-aligned member of this party.
Not at the beginning, but now definitely so. Oh, man. And, hey, Zan, how's it going? Also known as Mike.
Hey, everyone. I'm Michael. I'm playing Zan, some guy who... I like to argue the fact that he is good. He's just really, really on the chaotic end of that scale. So, you know.
You're the chaotic neutral end of that scale?
Capital C, lowercase g.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like good at being chaotic, I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah, chaotic is uppercase, good is just kind of like an asterisk, and yeah.
Not just an afterthought, just kind of tacked on at the end there.
Well, you know, he did
got
stuff.
It on sale.
He did stuff and donated to kids or something. I don't remember.
Now you can donate blood to kids.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well. So, all right. So, last episode, y'all went to... you all were trapped in the basement of Barovia, of Castle Ravenloft, and while there, Strahd and you entered a pitched battle that led you to his throne. And after having the mood killed by a mannequin on a string that I totally didn't improvise, that was totally actually in the game, guys, and that's what really weirds me out about this module, is that the tone shift is like just if that was a car accident, I'd be dead. Like that's how much whiplash I would have gotten
through the windshield,
just boom into the windmill, into a pie.
Yep.
Yeah. So inside of Strahd's cursed chamber, inside of his throne room, he made a proclamation that he was willing to let some of you go, that he was willing to let some of you stay, so long as one member of your party stayed. Someone very close to his own black heart. Your half-elf paladin of vengeance, Shasta Del Mora. And she accepted, strangely enough. I was not 100% expecting that. So you are all led off to relax and recuperate. Is there anything that you all want to do with each other before the ceremony?
Can I go get some more pies to put on the banquet table?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Please not.
Yeah, you totally can. So, as you head off into the night, you will see nearby, down in the village of Barovia, Zan, as you are heading out into the night, you will see that old woman moving among the streets of the town of Barovia. Just one moment, because I need... There we go. You hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across the damp cobbles. This is how we start off. You trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog. Oh, hello, dearie. I thought you'd be back.
Well, of course. How could I not be?
Developed a taste, did you?
Well, I'd say that there's a certain craving for your delicious pies.
I see you've been leaving them all around Barovia.
Well, like I said, there's been a lot of craving for it.
Huh. How many would you like?
How many do you have?
She looks down at the cart that is swarming with the things. I have a few.
I will pull out a leather satchel that I usually put all my stolen goods into. Be like, I will take as many as I can pack into this bag.
All right.
The usual price, or do I get a discount?
You will absolutely get a discount.
Oh, lovely. You know what that means. I will be adding gratuity, of course.
I'm the one who is gracious to you, Zan. There have been many new customers since you first came to town.
Oh, lovely. I'm sure I can drum you up some more.
Take as many pasties as you want, my dear.
Perfect.
And as you are collecting the pastries, you will hear a shuffling beneath the cart. There's something in the under compartment there. This large compartment. Big enough to hold a sack of flour or two. It's a high-pitched noise, shuffling. Well, don't worry about a thing. Here's your change, dearie.
Oh, you keep it. I'm sure you could put it to good use getting more ingredients.
I think I may. You have yourself a good night. And, I suppose I'll see you in a few nights. I'm doing some catering.
I would appreciate it greatly. I would look forward to seeing you again soon.
And I you. I bet you'll doll up just nice.
Well, I'm going to go, so you keep being you. Okay,
right.
bye-bye.
Okay. And as you head off, you will hear the unmistakable sound of a young child struggling, bound and gagged in the compartment beneath the cart. All right, it is what it is. All right, so I tried. All right, so you know what? The kid probably deserved it. He was probably one of those kids from like one of those '90s movies where it's like a kid gets a blank check. You know, hell with that kid. It's Jonathan Taylor Thomas down there. No one cares.
Well, I should go back and get more pie then.
What happened to Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Someone Google that and let me know.
If it says anything about him being in Barovia, I'm going to cry.
There was this one game of Curse of Strahd, because I was looking up other adventures and modules, and there was this one group that was running a game called Curse of Strahd: The Order of David Bowie, and I was really convinced it was a fan module someone created, and I was looking really desperately for it because I really wanted to play that game. I believe I can be of assistance. He just shows up. All right. So, is anyone else doing anything before the fateful night?
I have a checklist of things that I would like to try and do, time permitting.
What would you like to do? Let's go through a couple of them.
First, someone needs to, or it would be helpful for someone to ensure that Arena gets back to Ismark. Yes, Amy.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things Shasta wants to help with. So you got at least one person helping with that.
Okay. Anyone else?
Follow along.
Okay.
There's a chance to beat shit. So
Before long, you will find yourselves back in the town of Vallaki. Travel is much easier now without your heels being harried by the sounds of wolves or the biting of monsters, zombies, and vampires. Barovia is not kind, but it is not so awful as it was a few days ago, at least to you. For the sound of the wolves and the crows and the carrion birds are high in the sky and constant, and aimed at others than yourselves. You make your way into the village of Vallaki, and soon you find yourselves at the Blue Water Inn. The doors will swing open, and a few grumbling Vallakians will be drinking at the bar. A fire burns low at the back of the room. And as you enter, the innkeeper, well known to you now, will call out, "Greetings, friends. You are returned. I am very pleased to hear it."
I give him a bit of a sideways look.
He gives you a bit of a sideways look too. Not sure why he's giving it to you, but he's going to give it right back, because that's who he is. Who is this we have with you?
It is Ismark's sister. Does he still remain?
Yes, he is upstairs at the moment, if I am not mistaken.
Thank you. You have done us a kindness by housing him and the children.
Yes, it is not a problem. I do have a question. This morning, at first light, I received a letter. As did my father, as far as I can hear through the grapevine. That's a little joke.
It was well told.
It was alright. And with that, he will slide a... so Erwin Mardukov will slide a... Is it Erwin? Is that his name? I feel like it wasn't, but anyway.
no.
So the Mardukov, who runs the Blue Water Inn, with a big burly bear of a man, is going to slide a piece of paper across the tavern bar, which is knotted and pitted with age and constant wear. And you will see, in flowing script, you are cordially invited. Congratulations, Miss... Mrs. von Zarovich. His wife stands nearby and casts kind of a sharp look. Quiet, darling. She could hyphenate.
Hyphenate.
You'll hear
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, things went a little unexpected.
You don't think so? Yes, apparently. there will be a squeaking on the stairs behind you. And you'll hear a familiar voice speak out. You're back. It's good to see you all. And did you bring Irina in?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sister! And Ismark will hurl himself down the stairs and rush up and embrace his sister with just a tremendous spinning hug. And she will look kind of dazedly at him and, yes, I'm back. You look well? A little pale, not too pale, right? Not too pale?
I nod reassuringly.
Dawncolor's just like, huh?
I'm just tired. It was very trying. We should get you home then, if you feel up to traveling. We should, well, I guess, wait for daybreak? Or wait for tomorrow's dawn to give us the most time? Yes, maybe. Would you mind accompanying us, friends?
I think that's time.
How did you manage it? How did you manage to bring her home?
Dawncolor just gives like Shasta a slidey eye to the side of like, I'm not explaining this.
We made a trade. You don't have to worry about him coming after Irina anymore.
Let's see. Thank you. I can't imagine what it was that devil would have wanted that was worth my dear sister, but I appreciate whatever sacrifice it was. And will always be a friend of yours.
Tell me, are Esmeralda and Van Richten still here, or have they moved on?
As far as I understand, they headed down to the Vistani camp, some way south of here.
And that is where I will go.
Oh. Not coming back to the village of Barovia with us?
I will let you know later in the day, but I have business that I must speak to them of.
Well, may the Morning Lord go with you then. Or Brig, as it were.
In this land, any god who brings light is welcome.
Be well, friend.
And you. And I'll tap him on the shoulder, and I'm gone. I'm towards the Vistani camp.
Okay, are you saying any last words to your party? Or are you planning to go to the wedding after this?
That very much depends on timelines and survival rates.
Okay. All right. So, Brother Karas, you make your way downward, traveling to the Vistani camp. Is anyone going with him, or is he just going by himself?
Seems like he's going by himself, because he didn't tell us he was heading out that far directly. I don't think.
Yeah, did you tell anyone?
I mean, I assumed you guys were standing there, but there was an implied non-invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, what?
All right.
Because I think Zan would probably give the rapier back if you're going to go see them. Because, I mean, he did kind of borrow it.
All right, so Zan heading, you want to just follow Brother Karas out?
I might as well. Like, if I have to return it, I might as well do it in person.
Okay. Do you say anything to each other, or just head out silently down to the Vistani camp?
Just for clarity, there was a Vistani camp just outside of the city, and then there was the big Vistani camp.
This
Are
is
we talking?
this is the big Vistani camp where you guys got threatened.
Okay. Once we get outside, if Zan's following me, I'll be like, so have you changed your mind? Will you stay and fight? Or do you still intend to go?
I hadn't really made up my mind. I figured I might as well put things right. I mean, I was borrowing this weapon, and it only seems to make sense to give it back.
That is more than fair. Well, let us walk at least that far as friends, then.
Yeah, who would I be to let you wander these lands by yourself anyway? There's all sorts of ruffians and vagabonds on this road. I should know.
Now, before long, you make it to the Vistani camp. Following the footpaths and horse trails, down to where the woods part to reveal that expansive clearing, small, grass-covered hill with all the low houses built into the side. Up there you can see where the Vistani treasure wagons are, that they let you pick through. And soon, you find yourselves in the middle of a fire circle, where several of the Vistani men and women are passing a jug of wine around, telling stories in their own Vistani dialect. You can pick out bits of it. Something about a dragon, and something about cheating him out of his own gold, and like winning at games of cards against devils, and things like that. Like real boastful tales of whimsy and general kind of conmanship. Basically, the Vistani definitely pride themselves in being wittier than other people. I mean, it helps if someone looks down on you to be, ooh, we're being raided. Hello, raid. Good to see you. By Game Raider Girl.
Hello,
Nice.
Raid.
So as you approach, you will see the Vistani sitting around in a circle, and at this circle, you will see not only Van Richten, you will see Esmeralda and that Casimir, the Dusk Elf with the ears that had been sheared off the side of his skull. As you approach, Esmeralda will stand up. You can hear her prosthetic leg creaking slightly as she does in the low mist. So, you made it.
In a way.
A rider came here this morning.
Bearing
Mind
happiness.
explaining this? And she'll stride forward and smack you in the chest with a letter. Just... That stupid bitch is marrying the old bastard?
I would not have framed it in that way.
Does she have a thing for getting bit? Because that's what's going to happen. He's going to bite her, and he's going to turn her into a vampire, and it's going to be just the end of it.
That may all be true. She has made her choice.
It is going to be true. He's a vampire.
No one argued.
And an asshole. And she'll flip off Castle Ravenloft.
That is also true.
You know the worst thing of all? This is where you say no, or yes, or you play along with it. God!
I shook my head if that means anything.
Well, yeah, you shook your head, but he's the one I'm talking to.
Yeah.
I was
How are you?
looking at-
Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Zan? You're looking very well. Looking a little healthier than usual.
Well, you're looking really your usual self, but a little
Thank
better.
you.
You look rested. I mean, in a you haven't slept in 4 days kind of way, but you know what I mean.
But I normally don't sleep for 5, so that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's very good. All right, now you.
Yeah, let's get him.
Let's get him. Normally
Yes?
we're not vibing like this. I don't know what's going on, but today this is working for me, Zan. Now look. The worst part about this is he sent me an invitation.
You specifically.
Yeah, and Van Richten. 2 different invitations.
That is the action of a courteous, if somewhat misguided host.
Oh yeah, he's a real nice guy, all right. That's why I by the laws of hospitality, technically, I should probably go. Then again, fuck the laws of hospitality. I kind of don't want to be here anymore. Where else will I
Here
go?
in Barovia or here?
Honestly, all of it. But this is my home. Where else will I go? I mean, technically, anywhere I'm in Estonia, I can just go fuck off. Which probably not a bad idea.
Perhaps not. But, sorry, question. Can we see the light of Argynvost from here?
Yes, you can. So, and then glowing in the distance, you will see what looks like almost a lighthouse, spreading its light in just waves around Barovia, making it even a little brighter, even in the daylight.
Okay.
And what the hell is that thing?
Perhaps you could leave, or perhaps we can bring even more light to this place. The light shines again from Argynvost. I say, pointing at the fucking big lighthouse.
Okay.
And it is possible that other sources of light exist in this land. I have heard of one. The source is bad, but I have heard that old gods dwell in the Amber Temple. Gods who can restore the sun. And that is where I intend to march. In the 2 days before the wedding, to see if such a union can be made under glorious light instead of in gloom.
From behind, you hear the voice of Van Richten. So, you wish to go to the Amber Temple? It is an option.
Is there another?
Well, we could accept the invitation, and then we could travel to Castle Ravenloft. In Castle Ravenloft, we could also use the distraction to destroy some of his sources of strength. But it appears to me that you already have some of them. Even from here, I can feel the holy radiance of the statue in your bag.
That is true.
Is that the icon?
We have the icon. We have the symbol I'm wearing around my neck. And, well, one of us has the sword. And I look at Zan.
You're just big on collecting swords, aren't you?
Me? No, no, I was actually going to give one or two of them back. Oh, speaking of which, and I will pull out his rapier and hand it back to him.
Thank you, friend.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah?
I tried to keep it clean.
Inside of the Amber Temple, there is rumored to be an ancient one. A being of great power called Vampire. I did not make that shit up, by the way, guys. Like, that is the actual name of the old god that made Strahd a vampire. Is a guy named Vampire with a Y.
Okay, yeah, with a Y.
With a Y, with a Y. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not vampire. It's vampire. All right. So, anyway, back in character. Damn it. This module, man.
A horse.
Hello, I am Alucard Vampire.
Hello, my name is Dr. Acula. I'm here to take your temperature and draw some blood.
Okay, Dr. Acula is actually fucking money. I
know.
love it.
There was did you watch Scrubs? Because that was an entire thing over multiple seasons where JD wanted to make a movie called Dr. Acula.
I haven't. So it sounds like it comes from you. So credit.
You know what? It's all me. It's all me. Oh, Dr. Acula. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I am amenable to either course.
Oh, posture check.
My goal is to bring what little life can be restored to this land. Give people a place where they can shelter against the tyranny, if not remove it entirely. The others have each made choices of their own, and those must stand. But I, at least, will remain and will assist you as I can in pushing back the dark.
And you believe that dealing with these old gods should be enough to maybe offset this?
As I said, it is what I have heard, but the source was
The source was the devil himself?
well put.
Then I'm sure that he has an ulterior motive. But perhaps we should do it anyway. I do not believe that I have as much of a chance with half of your party split. But if he gained his power from that dark power, there is a chance that we can remove it from him. If it is all right, a voice says from over your shoulder, the voice of Casimir. I will go with you as well. I require something inside of the temple. If you are going, you have my blade as well.
I am not one to turn down a helpful blade, but forgive me for being blunt, for wounds are still raw. The thing that you seek, it is not a harm.
I seek my sister. That was taken from me by the devil. There's something inside of the Amber Temple that can bring her back to life beyond her years.
Well, that is truly noble. I am honored to accept your blade.
It is not for honor, it is just for family. So, are you coming with us too, Red Boy? Or is it going to be just the four of us? Come on, suicide friends! Ah, well, it was nice knowing you.
Well, you know,
Can we at
like
least...
I got an offer to go back home, and that's pretty much what I've always wanted. But you know, it is an offer from someone that I'm not a big fan of. So, you know, I've thought about it for a lot. So, you know, honestly, I kind of like his offer, but screw him. I'll go with you guys. Yeah, you can have my sword. I'll whip out the sun sword and start whizzing it around.
Wow. Yeah, okay. That's a very shiny sword there.
But I still plan on going home when we're done.
That is Zen. You have depths of generosity that I did not anticipate.
Oh, I
And
know.
I will just hug you. I will
Aw.
hug Zan.
You will hug Zan?
I'd give you a pie right now, but you probably shouldn't.
The Vistani who turn around, some of them the ones that had assaulted you at various times throughout the campaign, and smile at the offer of pie. And that's where we're going to pan out of you guys. Meanwhile, Shasta and Dawncaller, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna wait till I guess everybody's comfortable traveling, get Irina and what's his face back to their home, and then after that, I'm gonna go track down those two, because if they went off, I'm kind of thinking that Karis is going off to deal with that temple without me.
Yeah.
So
Curious about that.
Dawncollar's all like, "You're getting in a fight without me? That's not cool. I'm still gonna try and leave. I don't want to die here, because then I'm Strahd's bitch forever." And that's gonna be Shasta's deal, not Dawncollar's deal.
Okay. So you are headed to the... You're going to head to try to meet them at the temple as well?
I'm gonna follow along behind them.
All
Try and catch up. I figure, like, with her survival skills, and she could probably run along for a while. She's got better endurance than they do.
Okay. Are you saying anything to Shasta before this is over?
Are you just gonna go run off?
I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna go, like, hunt them down and see if they're getting in a fight.
He really wants to go. Oh.
Pre-wedding fight?
Pre-wedding, yeah.
Pre-wedding fight? Pre-wedding fight.
Oh, God.
Dawn Color's like,
Guys,
well,
you didn't-
obviously you get in a brawl beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually not sure as a player what I think would be the best option here.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically since everybody else is going that route, I'm like, sure.
So Shasta kind of wants to go and acquire. I mean, it's been catered and planned for because they were already planning for a wedding. So, huh. She just wants to lay low and just not get punched by people going, "What the hell are you thinking?"
That's true.
Yeah. So she's probably not going to go into any major cities if she can avoid it. Which she's going to stick to Dawncaller, I think. Yeah.
All right. But we can always swing back by Strahd's castle.
All right, so what is the plan?
All right. Framing things in the knowledge that, this is intended to be the final episode.
Yeah. So that's why I was like,
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
are... If you guys all suddenly veer into a 3-episode long dungeon, that's
Yeah.
kind of a... That's
Well,
a
I mean-
difference.
Saying we're doing it doesn't necessarily mean that we're actually going to
Yeah.
run it all. Like,
Mhm.
I like the idea that the party just kind of like, screw everyone. We're gonna just go and keep on doing what we do.
I mean, yeah, from
Oh,
a Chorus only perspective, kind of what I pictured happened here.
Well, I pictured Karis going there for sure, but
Yeah.
then it was like, oh yeah, Karis is going by herself. Well, that's an easy thing to narrate. And then suddenly
Yeah.
it's like the entire party, and I'm like,
Well, I mean, like-
I didn't read the damn chapter, guys.
Zan started going with him, so I was like, well, shit.
Well, I had to give the sword back. I mean, I steal stuff, but I'm not a monster.
Yes, you are.
Dawn Caller just
No.
kind of wants to
No, I'm
out
not.
of this Barovia place. Like, she
I
wants to
lean
go home
hard
to,
into
like,
the
real
good
mountains
part.
and like sunshine and not care about all these suckers here.
All right.
They're stuck. She doesn't also want to be stuck.
Like, if there's one last, like, big hurrah, Shasta wants to get in on it before she gets, like, stuck with this guy she hates for whoever knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Strahd's been sticking us with the screw you for the entire game, so. Maha.
I mean, you could usually say that she can't, like, she gets, like, roped into, like, redecorating the entire castle
Mm-hmm.
before the wedding because she's not getting married in that dump.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Gotta
So-
get whatever you're wearing sorted out, whether that's armor or like a nice suit, like.
Okay. So what is the plan from everybody? I know that Karis is going there. I'm guessing Zan is tagging along then. Okay.
Well, it's a fair use for the Sunblade, really.
That's fair. You could also pawn it on the market back at Elos.
No, Zan wouldn't do that.
Leave it in a cave.
Dear future adventurer.
Dear future adventurer, take this damn sword. Okay. And then, so Dawncaller, you're going with them as well.
Yeah, so like whatever works. Like, I didn't know if we were doing much roleplay before this, like, because you just asked kind of what the final thing was.
Hmm.
So
I
As
was
far as I was
expecting you
aware,
all
we
to
were-
say goodbye to people and then call it a night, to be honest. But
well, Okay, well, you then have NPCs ask us, okay, can you take us places? So it's like, it feels like there's more to do, or that we're supposed to be interacting with.
I mean, it's your call.
I picture
So-
Zan's gonna die horribly on this venture, but who knows?
Like, Dawncolor's end goal is to get out of Barovia, basically.
Okay.
So, kind of the in-between stuff. As far as I'm aware, she has to wait till the wedding until she gets what she wants.
All right. So,
If we're gonna spend the time in between going and like bashing a bunch of monsters over the head, she's down for that.
you've only got like a day or so, so.
Doesn't take that long. I mean, this is Dawncolor thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you are going along. What are you doing? I need to know what you're doing.
Like, sure, I'll go along.
Okay. All right. And then, All right. Give me 1 sec to think about this. There's a very calming sound of the waves. All right. Well. Oh, apparently Stu's going to go along too. All right. Those of you who decide to go to the Amber Temple, tag along. There's not as much time as you'd like, so it's limited. I will say that what happens there stays there. And the blood that is on your hands at the end of this stains deep to the bone. For in the depths you meet many, many dark creatures, many monsters, some of them even human. And some of the monsters that you find are not without you, but within. Each of you has a wish, and as you navigate the narrow halls of the vaults beneath the Amber Temple, bloodied, battered, carrying the deaths of comrades, those of you that stay, those of you that fight, find that there are things in the dark more wicked than the devil, and things that are older, and darker than anything in the shadows of Ravenloft, waiting to make a bargain with you each. And what you bargain, that's something for another story. For some of you survive, and some of you return, and some of you make your way to Castle Ravenloft, where a few days later, you attend the most lavish ceremony inside of a magically augmented and spruced up Ravenloft. There are all manner of creature there and all manner of personage there. There's Adrian Mardukov and the other Mardukovs, Anna Kreskova, Arabelle, the little girl in the Vistani, Erigel, her uncle, the other Mardukovs, so many cultists, as well as the Krikovs, the masters and mayors and lords of Kresk. Donovich, the priest, and his vampire son, the Dusk Elves. Fiona Watcher makes her way there, as does Ismark and his sister, under some sort of charm compulsion. Luvash, the Vistani, Lucian Petrikov, Nikolai Watcher, as well. Rahadin, Strahd's faithful companion. The Valachian noblery that you saw at Lady Watcher's book party. The surviving werewolves, including the werewolf that comes from further down in the cells, let out for the day. And even at the back of the room, there are several who were invited that you see at the back, like Mordenkainen, sitting grumbling at the back. Now, the wedding is wonderful in Barovian style. Held by moonlight, it is a lovely affair. It is a den of evil and small cakes, where the blood flows as freely as the wine, and both are at the ready. But perhaps the most interesting and best part of the night for Shasta is that as she is preparing to walk down the aisle that night, a voice echoes through the room that she is dressing in with her servants plucked from the local towns. Are you there, my bride?
Yes.
They say it is unlucky to see the bride before the wedding. But I felt that you should see and meet your flower girl.
Oh. Of course.
As you turn toward the door, dressed in your dress of black lace, a small girl stands next to Strahd von Zarovich that you recognize immediately. Tired from her journey across the mists is Shasta's daughter. One happy family. He says as he curls one hand around her shoulder. Do you say anything?
Of course. Now come here.
And she approaches you,
Give her a hug.
and she'll give you a hug as well, while the Dark Lord watches on. The wedding is lovely. And for those of you, I would like those of you who go into the Amber Temple, let's do this real quick. Can you each give me a Constitution save and a Charisma save? Okay, and tell me what you give in that order.
I would say Shasta didn't go.
To be weird about this, does it matter that I have the idol?
Yes, yes, it does. You make actually with these guys, I don't know, because like usually that's. Oh, you know what? I'll say it does on the con save. It won't on the charisma save because that's making deals with people and things like that.
All right.
So give me advantage on the con save. Everybody else, tell me what you got. Dawn Caller.
24 and dirty 20.
Okay. Zan?
Constitution is 20, dirty 20,
Ooh, nice.
and 10 for charisma.
10 charisma. Okay.
16 on the con and 21 on the charisma.
While you were inside, each of you were offered many dark gifts. As the sarcophagi inside spoke to you, I'm just going to say a few things, and if something would have reached you, Zan, you are particularly susceptible to these gifts.
Oh, goody.
Let's see. There are gifts that offer you the ability to resurrect the dead. Casimir falls to that immediately and uses it to resurrect Petrova, his sister. There are other gifts. The gift to control the minds of others. The gifts of the power of flight, of the ability to forget the horrors that you have seen. These are all being offered to you, and if anybody would take any of these, please let me know. The gift to command the lightning, the gift to raise the dead yourself, the gift to summon cold, the gift to see across great distances, the gift to see truth, the gift to be strong, the gift to be invincible, the gift to give death with a touch, the gift to be immune to harm, the gift to control the hounds of hell, or the gift of eternal life. The gift to control the dead. And the gift of power beyond power. Any of those appeal to anybody else?
Well, I'm leaning into the flight one. That sounds cool.
Okay. So as you're inside of there, Zan, you would have, if you accept the flight one, you will gain a pair of skeletal wings that grow out of your back. However, for the rest of your life, you must eat bones or grave dirt, at least a pound of it per day to survive, or else you will die on the spot as dawn rises.
I come from a family of potato farmers, so dirt'll be easy.
Okay, it has to be grave dirt.
That's fine.
Okay, anybody else have one of these they'd like to pick?
I'm here for the light and the sun. Like, if you give me the light and the sun, I will fall instantly. But if you don't give me the light and the sun, it's a lot harder sell to broke
Okay.
with dark gods.
None of them really jumped out at me as specifically like pulling for Dawn Caller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of them just turns you into a bear, I'm not gonna lie. It just makes you, like, really furry. Okay.
Yeah, most of them, like, I think she's pretty confident in and of herself and her powers and ability to, like, hunt and kill shit, so...
That's fair. And there, was
I
there
feel
one that
like
did light?
she's kind of quite arrogant that way. So...
Okay.
kind of protects her a little bit from that sort of, hey, I'll want this. She's like, yeah, I got it covered.
Alright. Oh, there are two more that I missed. One is the power to walk up walls and ceilings, and the other is the power to command an empire
Meh.
and raise armies.
Well, we know which one Shasta would have fallen to.
Damn, I should have gone. Whoops. Oh well.
I mean, did you go?
Well, I just said before you went into that I didn't think she did. I didn't roll.
Doesn't matter to
so-
me. You came out. But your alignment
I
stay.
I mean, I could. What was I rolling for this?
You can roll me give me a con save and a charisma save to see whether or not you just die from the amount of damage that some of these things do to you.
I mean, I don't. Would the wedding still happen? I assume the wedding still happens.
It would still happen.
But
Did you botch
which one am I doing first?
You're doing
I'm
con
rolling
first. Did you botch con? Okay. All right, so this explains what happens inside of there. You accept this offer at the south sarcophagus of the Ghastly Vault. The power of Xantras, the Kingmaker, comes into your mind. Would you like to lead armies, control the world? Increase your charisma to a max of 22 by 4.
Oh, geez. Okay. It goes to 22 then.
Cool. You now have a new flaw. I won't take no for an answer.
All right.
However, as you are doing this, you are going to be attacked by 3 flame skulls. At which point, Rahadin, the elven assistant of Strahd, is going to basically just swoop you out. He's going to do the whole, like, mid-boss appear, teleport. My lady.
Do you want me to do the other save, or?
No, because you already would have taken it, so that was my
Okay.
would you take a dark offer roll.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You
Uh,
already agreed to marry Strahd, like.
yeah, you might as well become even more sexy. Yeah, there's no fire-based
The
ones,
fights
Neil.
between the two of you are going to be epic now. If you
You
won't
just-
take no for an answer.
We'll just have to use reverse psychology on you constantly. Let's see.
I mean, like, speaking from a purely character point of view, Chorus knows that broking with evil gods is a bad idea, and is, like, definitely went there.
I
on
will
the-
say that there is one
Shitty.
sarcophagus that, as you reach it, it does tell you. One of the sarcophagus reaches into your mind and promises that while it cannot give you light, it can give you control over the darkness. For is that not the same thing?
Into the darkness, Kara says. It is not. Well, light and dark may be opposites and define one another. Both can exist in the absence of the other. Indeed, the dark is just a pale reflection of everything that is embraced in the warm glow.
Poor spring boy. The gift you seek comes from that tomb over there. And as it says that, part of the wall will dissipate into mist.
I mean, I might not make deals with evil powers, but I'm stupid enough to follow what they tell me.
Okay.
I will go look at that too.
All right. Now, I do want to know, with these adjustments inside of here, what are the rest of you planning to do after this? Zan, are you going back? Would you have attended the wedding?
It depends if I can find a way to get the hell out of Barovia.
I mean, like, he said he was going to let you out.
Yeah, sure, gone.
Oh, okay. All right. Then in that
Dongo's
case,
going to try and hop on that train and get out as well.
okay. Here. Alright, so you made your deals at the temple. And as you head out into the dark, the wedding is pleasant. You enjoy yourselves as much as you can, being surrounded by fiends. Brother Karas vanished the night that you were in the temple, walking through walls that you could not see through. Perhaps he was rattled by the death of your companions. But Brother Karas stayed in Barovia, hoping to shed light on the darkness. Now, whether he did, whether he did not, is a matter of debate. There are many stories, though, that speak of a new threat, a creature that emerged from the depths of that temple. The stories tell of this man with eyes like flame, who burns all he touches as the kindled man. And he does bring light to Barovia in his own way, and is a deadly plague upon those whose flesh burns and who fear the darkness. But he also burns that which is good. Then again, for is not light just the counterpart of darkness? Zan attends the wedding, and given Strahd's blessing, or perhaps his wife's blessing, flees, along with Dawncaller, with a provision. Should you ever seek Barovia, you will find it. But every year that you survive outside of its walls, you must send back one to replace you. Perhaps Zan doesn't believe it at first. But as the end of that first year draws near and he sits on his wealth, most of it donated, but some of it to keep him comfortable, every night the mists grow thicker around his home. Until, what else can you do? While sitting at a bar listening to some adventurers say how much they would love a challenge. The first time was too easy. The next time was actually easier. In fact, every year it gets easier. For Zan, you will realize that after leaving Barovia, you're aging much, much slower than you should be. Dawncaller, your bargain was different. You are allowed to escape if you wish. But Dawncaller embraced her role as a monster. And on the nights of the full moons, wherever you go, the mists claim you back, pulling you across the veil to live as the monster you are and prowl the depths of Barovia, to hunt alongside packs, and to kill. For from time to time, adventurers come to challenge the Dark Lord, and he would be more than happy to share the joy with his pet that he keeps on a nice, long leash.
You know what? She gets sunshine and gets to kill shit. I think this is pretty good in her book. Neutral evil.
And finally, Shasta.
Yeah.
Shasta wed Strahd and sealed her fate. On their wedding night, Strahd gifted her a necklace made of blood-red stone, a gift from his mother, Queen Rowena. Something old, he whispered, as he chained it around her throat. Something borrowed, he said with a wicked smile. And if Shasta ever heard the screaming soul, bound within the stone, the soul of Tatiana, stripped from the body of Irina Kolyana, she never told. And in her role she would grow to be wicked, evil, and vengeful, and in time the souls of Barovia would rue her presence and the presence of her daughter, the Princess of Ravenloft. But that is another story. And as we part the mists and head out of this horrid place, we bid you warning, fair viewer. Should you ever see the mists encroaching and the ravens caw around you. They are warning you to stay away from the bounds of the domain of the devil Strahd, lest he take you and keep you. Good night, and safe dreams. Anyway, that's what I got. So, there you go, guys.
That's amazing.
That was great.
Love it.
Oh my
That's why I
God.
was like, because I asked, like, what are you guys doing this session? And you told me all the stuff you're doing. And I was like, okay, Neil's going to go to the thing. Which is why you could just see my eyes kind of slowly, like, narrowing and widening as you guys are like, well, I'll go to the temple. And I'm like, I already wrote the epilogues. Like, they're right here. God damn it. Oh, that's okay. It was funny. I was just like,
See, I figured we weren't actually going to do anything. It was just going to be like,
I was
Rock's fall,
expecting
you
you
all
guys to
died.
say goodbye to a couple of NPCs you'd like, and then like have a tearful goodbye with each other, or like a tearful fuck you to each other, and then like no. So that's cool. That's good. Okay, so there you go, guys. That is how I picture this epilogue
I
happening.
love it. We ended up
so
evil.
good.
The whole party went evil.
Yep, and Brother Karas, I hope you were okay with that, Neil. That seemed like becoming like a flaming superhero would probably be what he'd want.
Yeah, I think it's the good invert. Like,
Is that what
It's
you was that what you were down with, or?
yeah. Oh, no,
Okay.
that was rad as hell. That was like,
Like good, but kind of turning his naiveness kind of a bit against him.
Hmm. And I picture Zan definitely like throwing other idiot adventurers under the bus.
Could I interest you in a pie?
Yeah, exactly, right? You should just become a franchisee.
Yeah. Ooh.
I kind of want to get you that t-shirt for your birthday now.
Hmm.
So yeah, anyway, so that was Curse of Strahd here on Dork Tales. We're going to talk about the game now and have some fun. But real quick, if you like what we do here, give us a follow if you're on Twitch. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the next Friday because that's my birthday, and I want to have 1,000 followers by my birthday. So please, if you're watching on YouTube, give us a subscribe, and we're going to come back and I'm going to run other modules. I'm running Rime of the Frost Maiden right now, and we're like one of the most popular Rime of the Frost Maiden games on the internet, which is really
It's
weird.
really
that
cool.
It's like us and Roll20 and this other group that I don't watch personally, but I've heard really good things about. It's like Griffin's Horde or something like that. Sort of the G. Anyway, but yeah, give us I don't know. It's a really good game. I hope you enjoy it, even though I occasionally mess up things on the map and have people go, oh, geez. I accidentally had them. I didn't have a map in front of me because the map in Ram and the Frost Maiden is this big fold out dude. It's not in the book. So like it's in a drawer somewhere. We've got a lot of it. We're in the middle of a remodel right now. So yeah, give us a subscribe if you like that and hit the bell. It does something. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching this. So let's talk about Curse of Strahd. So what do you guys think? This awfully overly tabbed book.
I think that it's a cool concept, but it's not a good module.
So you don't think that it is it something that would be better if you weren't running it on a stream?
Maybe, like, I feel like it was when you really got comfortable going off the rails of the module that I enjoyed myself the most.
Thank you.
Not to say I didn't enjoy any of our games or anything like that, but what I enjoyed the most was the role playing between the characters and just the wacky like personalities that we had versus the game. Because like from what you've said about it, also of what we didn't see, is it's a lot of go here. Oh, you can't do the thing. Go back there. Come back later. Go there. Come here.
There's
And
a lot of
you're also
yo-yo.
in 7 days. Like.
Yeah. So here's what you guys didn't do. Okay. So you did the town of Valaki. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna get into some spoilers here. So if you're ever gonna play this game, it probably won't honestly matter. This thing is dense. So I'm not gonna go over every detail. I'm gonna give you broad strokes, but this is your spoiler warning. Okay. So you did all this stuff. You went to the Vistani camp. You did not do the old bone grinder at all, which is basically where the hags are grinding kids to, make their bread and buns and stuff. And I mean, like, there's a face who, I hope you enjoyed my cackle.
It was good.
I do what I can. You didn't go to Kresk at all.
No.
So here's a fun one. Had you gone to Kresk, you would have won the game.
Oh.
There is literally a moment if you go to Kresk, and so there's the abbey of the abbey above it, which is called the Abbey of Saint Markovia. At the Abbey of Saint Markovia, there is this abbot who's running the place, and the big secret is that he was once an angel, like he was a deva, and now he's like this evil creature that is spending all of his time working on building a Frankenstein, a bride of Frankenstein for Strahd to marry.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's like, if I get him laid, he'll be nice, type of thing, right? So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, I guess because we had it felt like such a time crunch that when they wouldn't let us in at first, we're like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah,
Fine.
so
Yeah.
if you go through there is
We've got too much to do.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here we go. Something blue. This encounter occurs if the characters bring Irina Kolyana to Kresk, as the priest Donovic suggested. As Irina hears a gentle voice calling to her, it leads her to the edge of the blessed pool. If the characters follow, read this. As Irina reaches the pool's edge, an image appears in its sparkling blue waters, a handsome youth of kind and noble visage. The sadness in his eyes turns to sudden joy. "Tatiana," he says, "it has been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last." Irina gasps and puts a hand on her heart. "My beloved Sergei, in life you were a prince and a man of faith. We were to be married long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me?" She reaches toward the water's surface as a hand of water rises up to take hers. If you do not stop her, she is absorbed into the pool, and their spirits fly off and are happy forever.
We couldn't have, though, because they turned us away at the gate, and Strahd took her before we finished the winery.
Oh, you're right.
And could have
You're
come
right.
back.
Yeah.
So we could not have done that.
That was why I acted so funny when you guys lost that fight, by the way. If you notice, I was kind of like, oof. I was kind of oofy at the end of that game. It's because you guys got to that point. That's why.
Mhm.
And then, so if... and then Strahd blows the whole thing up.
All right.
Literally, like as soon as they combine it themselves and they're happy again, Strahd immediately senses it and he goes, "A peal of thunder shakes the land, and the clouds darken and coalesce into a terrible visage. A deep, dark voice from beyond the mountains cries out, 'She is mine!' And a terrible crack of resounds as blue lightning splits the sky and strikes the pool."
What a dramatic bitch.
I know. Well, that's why I had to alter his backstory for you guys, because you laughed so hard when you were like, "Strahd's an incel." You didn't do the Soltenka Pass at all. You didn't do the ruins of Berez, which was like a town that Strahd nuked. Basically, Tatiana came back to life in that town, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they burned her as a witch because they're like, "Oh no, we're not doing this." So he just he just genocide ran the town. But that's kind of where his mother, his stepmom, Baba Lysaga, his nanny is. And you get to fight her, and that's the thing.
Right, yeah, we never got to that point. I had a note about her.
And then, but you did Yester Hill, you did the Werewolf Den. So here, I mean, there are a couple of different endings for this chronicle or this campaign is written. So, Strahd dies, you kill him, he comes back. Spoiler. Like, he's Dracula, like, you can't kill him. Okay? You can... If you defeat Strahd and Irina survives and has not been brought back to the pool to meet Sergei, instead, after Strahd's death, Sergei appears at Castle Ravenloft, and they all kind of like dissolve the fog and go off to heaven. That's probably the good ending. Then there's the Strahd wins ending, of course. Ismark becomes the Bergen Master, which happens in this one too. Vistani all pack up their bags and leave. Esmeralda sticks around to hunt Strahd after all of Strahd's vampire spawns try to become basically vampire lords themselves, or vampire ladies. And Patrina, it wasn't Petrova, it was Patrina Velikova. So in the game ran by Puffin Forest, or that Puffin Forest was in. It's another YouTuber that you guys should check out. He's fun. They did the Amber Temple really early, and by resurrecting Casimir's sister, she's like, "Oh, Strahd killed me, and it was so awful. I need your help." And she like totally like worms her way into your presence. What she really wants to do is usurp Strahd. And she's like a powerful wizard, and like is like, "Yeah, no, I'm totally gonna fucking stab him in the back and take his dark apple." And she did in their chronicle. Like she ended up being the winner. So that's fun. So yeah, I don't know. What else would you guys want?
Oh, I like our ending.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think ours was funny.
Like
It worked quite well.
Great.
I did like the whole party basically ended up evil in the end.
You know, or
Kind
just
of.
chaotic flammable.
Yeah.
Chaotic flaming. I know some of those.
Yeah, I feel like it probably could have been like the module itself could have been maybe structured a bit better.
It's the
'Cause it kinda feels
sandbox
like-
thing, right?
It's a little too sandboxy. Like I feel like they need to kind of give you some options that give you an equal chance really to get the good ending.
Thanks, Jerry. I don't know, Mike. Did you play the original one? Because you like have the original Curse of Strahd module, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's in
I
your
actually-
shed.
Yeah, I looked around for it earlier. I found like every other module, but not that one. So it's probably in one of the other boxes. But
What did you find?
I found a lot of classic goodness.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. We got In Search of the Unknown.
Ooh. Okay.
That's like basic.
Okay.
There's the Ghost Tower of Inverness.
Okay.
That one's actually kind of interesting.
Okay.
Maze of the Riddling Minotaur, which is actually a one-player thing. It had invisible ink, so you could make decisions in it and basically play it by yourself.
Nice. I do like role-playing games that allow you to do that.
Yeah.
I just kickstarted a couple of them because I was just like, eh.
Castle Amber, which is I guess expert level,
Okay.
because I
Expert level. I beat Dungeons and Dragons, and it was advanced.
all that glitters, which is actually it's a British one, which is interesting. My favorite by far, of course you can't see it because it's green, but Tomb of Horrors.
Oh yeah, because they redid that, by the way, or they did Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah, and like the original is amazing because it's so freaking hard.
Yeah, then I guess it's pretty much the same. They basically just changed some of the rules, but it's just as hard as far as I hear.
Yeah.
Like is that the one with the obelisk out front?
There are like a lot of really devious traps in it. Like,
Well,
an
I
obscene
remember
amount.
that like the main one that you hear about is there's this obelisk out front that's just kind of floating there, but like if you do certain things to it, it just kills you. Like it just disintegrates you on your first game.
Yeah, it's a relief of a green devil with a big open mouth, and it's got a sphere of annihilation in it.
Oh yeah, and you're supposed to put your
Yeah.
hand in it.
No. If you do anything with it, like it just obliterates whatever you put into it. And some characters are like, it's pitch black inside the mouth, and they just jam their head into it, and then it's like your body collapses to the floor with no head on it. So yeah, it was
That's-
pretty brutal to characters.
That's
And then-
awful.
Yeah.
And then later,
They do stuff like that in other games too, like the Storm King's Thunder. In that very first cave dungeon, there's a pillar with holes and stuff in it, and you can't see inside. And they're like, if they stick their hand in it, here's what happens. The black ooze disintegrates that.
well,
Like,
then later in the same
Those
module,
chop.
they give you more of those things with a big open mouth, and it's just not illuminated, and that's the direction you have to go. So by that point, the characters are already like paranoid of all of them. So it's pretty evil.
Yeah, and I remember correctly the whole joke of that module is that it's a dungeon built by a Sirak, I think it is, and he
Yep.
harvests the souls of anybody who dies in his dungeon.
Yep.
So he's basically created a ninja warrior course
And
that powers him.
And he's a Demi Lich, which
Which-
you actually encounter a couple versions of him which look like the full like Lich thing, they don't tell you that the Demi Lich is actually not only more powerful, but he's not like a full body. He's just like a pile of dust and a skull, and that's it.
Demi Liches are great. They're so
They're
funny.
They're so evil.
So I mean that could be fun. I'm looking at running.
And then I got one more.
What was that?
This one is actually a Mayan version.
Oh, okay, Yonti.
The Hidden Shrine of Tamoasha.
Are there snake
Which-
people?
I don't know. It's like
Are there snake people on the cover? Because that's where they usually put them.
No, there's like a lot of like jackals.
If you got snake people,
and-
you're gonna advertise it, guys. Come on.
But yeah, if you ever want ideas for any of your stuff, I'll let you borrow these because there are some amazing resources in them.
Seriously. Well, Robin's dad, Robin came by to grab some stuff because she was moving, so we loaned her some stuff, or I guess we gave her some plates and stuff that we weren't using. And her dad was driving around helping her like move stuff because he's got a truck, right?
Nice.
And we were talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I used to play D&D when I was younger." And he's like, "Yeah, I used to have like the old like deities and demigods book."
Yep.
And I'm like,
got-
"The one that no, you don't. You loaned it to me. It's literally under my
Oh,
TV.
you still got it?
I still got it because like you haven't asked for it back, so it's literally
Yeah.
just like right there.
You got to be
Uh,
really careful with that one because that's like an original press.
Is that the one with Cthulhu in it?
It has Cthulhu in it.
Oh, so yeah, I'll treat it very well because that's worth money.
yeah.
Because basically what they did, guys, is they published a bunch of stuff they didn't have the rights for, and
Yeah.
then got sued. So they had to take it all off the presses.
Yeah.
So
So that's the original pressing.
that's fun. It's actually not in
Wow.
bad condition. Like it's got like a bunch of edge wear, but it seems like it's
intact.
it's fine. Probably bounced around in your backpack for a while.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
Yep.
teenage years.
Oh god. But that'd be funny because like Robin's dad is like probably only like 5-10 years older than you, right? Like you guys should hook up and play D&D. Play the old stuff that you keep complaining you miss too. You're like, I
Oh,
miss
man.
first ed and second ed.
Oh
Like,
god, second ed.
Basic
your-
D&D is so much
I remember
fun.
being shown
Yeah.
how THACO worked.
Yep.
Not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Did
fan
not
of THACO.
compute in the slightest.
I
I was
I
like,
just remember playing D&D when I was like 8 or something because my dad tried to run a game for my brother for his birthday at some point because my dad has like the original like box D&D from when he was like I
did
don't
not
even
start
know
till
when.
I was in college.
So I mean I had no idea what I was doing and I definitely persuaded my dad that my character should be a blink dog. So that's what we did.
nice.
First character.
First character is a blink dog.
Yeah, first character
Nice.
was blink dog.
Well, we
If
lost.
you
We lost.
want-
What was that?
I was gonna say, if you want that feeling, but you don't want to contend with THACO and other things, I can lend you my copy of Dungeon Crawl Classics so you can look through it. It's like if someone, in the same way that Pathfinder looked at third ed D&D and went, I can do that. Dungeon Crawl Classics is like someone looked at earlier editions of D&D and did that. And
Oh, nice.
I haven't played that much of it, but what I have played is a lot of fun. And what I really like is when you make characters, starting characters, A, you're level 0, and B, you make 4 characters at a time because all of them will die.
You do the meat grinder.
Yep.
James used to run those for us. They're vanishing, Mike. What do you got?
Warhammer
Wow.
Fantasy Roleplay.
you gonna-
I
are you
saw
gonna-
enough of the Flash.
It's all Warhammer.
Is it
Warhammer
second edition
Fantasy
or first
Roleplay.
edition?
Yeah, it's the first edition, but what
Oh.
comes with it are the 2 Realms of Chaos books, which if you want to do evil like demon spawn and stuff, some of the best rolling tables in there, they have like die 1000 to come up with like evil things for evil creatures, and the books are full of them. So if you ever want to create evil demon spawn, I will lend you those books.
I might for something I can't talk about on
Yeah.
camera, but
Yeah.
soon for my
For things.
from things and stuff and things.
Mhm.
All right, so guys, anything else you want to ask? Is there anything you want to ask about on Curse of Strahd, or anything you want to chat about?
One thing I'd love to talk about
Yeah.
is Curse of Strahd, which I'm really happy that you let me be involved with,
Mhm.
was kind of like a pet project for me doing the graphic design. Because if you go back to the original Curse of Strahd, you can see like how all the frames have kind of evolved over time.
Hold on, I can do this. But yeah, continue. Keep talking.
And I've really come to appreciate that it's given me a place to kind of try new things and be funky. And I think we've really refined it down to something that works. And I've kind of taken where Curse of Strahd is left, and all the other streams are kind of continuing on. So I mean, from a graphic designer point of view, it's been a blessing.
So this is the old one, which doesn't line up to the new vibe at all. But so whoop, there we go. So it would have had a bloody background, and then like the icons that you made, and then it's kind of evolved into this, which, yeah, this is much nicer. That's just much nicer. Well, I mean, Chef, they're going to see the conversation that we're having right now, because I'm going to upload this in its entirety so that people can get the postscript. And hey, so YouTube, if you're watching this right now, so this is the kind of stuff that I usually trim out of videos, because when we first started uploading to YouTube, there was a lot of like, well, get to the game. In fact, I got one of those the other day for one of our early games for that Monster of the Week game I ran, Christine. The one that you, James, and Krista were in. And someone was like, game begins at 22 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, because we basically sat down and turned the camera on, and we just started building characters. It's fun. But so like
we legit, like, from the beginning, like everything was done in that. Yeah. Build characters, it's a whole lot. It was a whole run through of the game.
Yeah, and I like to do some of that. So like if you, and some of the break conversations are pretty good. I don't know, like groups like Critical Role leave those in when they upload them, and they edit them out of the podcast, which makes sense. But what I can do is I can start leaving them on YouTube and then putting a skip card in. So like, just so it says like, hey, if you don't want to watch this, skip to this timestamp.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube, let me know if you want that.
Part of what will also happen though is that because of the way we record, YouTube can't see the chat.
Yeah.
This is true.
So they're going to hear us responding to stuff that we're not actually saying what we're responding to.
Well, that's an easy fix. So, for example, the chat is saying that all the more reason to tell them to watch both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So long as you just address the chat, and you can call people out by name if you want to. Like, hey, Chef Aladeth, you're my hero, and I hope you're doing well, man. I love you. Hello.
So if you're a YouTube subscriber, you should come over to Twitch and subscribe here as well.
Oh, please. I get money for the subscriptions over here. And what you should do is just leave our playlist on 24 hours a day on YouTube and turn off your ad blocker.
All the views.
All the views, all the ad revenue, please, because I need to buy more cameras for people. I need to convince Neil to come back and play more games. So I'll find a game that you're down for, buddy. I'll find a game. I think I got like this close to doing Quietus. I'm pretty sure I've got you this close to doing Quietus or Quietus. Because it's Scandinavian gloomy horror for 3 players.
So overall I think Curse of Strahd was good. But I feel like it's one that you kind of have to like really work at and kind of put your own spin on it if you're going to run it. Or like really read ahead and really kind of figure out how it'll work. Because what you were telling us about like where you could go somewhere, and the only way you can solve that particular problem is something that's 5 levels above you.
I will say
that that does get the hopeless vibe going, but most people aren't playing to feel hopeless and without power. Like, you might want a bad ending, but you're playing D&D to feel like cool and strong and like, yeah, I kicked their ass.
I mean, I think that it's definitely a holdover from the game design of early D&D, where there were things like Matt Colville. I was watching a video from Matt Colville because I've been watching a lot of Matt Colville stuff recently, where he was talking about there was this one module that he played where there were a series of events where if a paladin approached a lawful good paladin, I guess was the only type that you could be at the time in those games, a lawful good paladin approached this lake, a voice would issue from the center of the lake once and would say, "Come to me." And you had one option to do this. If you turned it down, it never spoke to you again. If you did, you would be able to walk out into the center of the lake, and you would get like an offer from an ethereal being, which turned out to be the Lady of the Lake, who gave you like a +5 Holy Avenger that was sentient and like meant that you could never run away from battle when fighting evil. And if you ran away from battle twice, it cursed you and left you forever.
Oh, is it one of the things where it's like, Twitch is being
Did
silly
it like
again?
kick you and try and authenticate you?
It boosted me because we're giving away that paladin secret. It's like pop secret, but paladin secret. Oh, I've still got the other frame up. 1 sec. Boop. There we go. But yes, Michael, your frames have been absolutely lovely. I also wanted to just call you out while you're forced to do this in front of an audience, and thank you for all of your amazing work getting the channel looking as beautiful as it does. I really appreciate you. You do amazing work, and the Reign of Emery screens are looking fantastic. Everything's looking fantastic, really. Like it's really good. I could put them up right now, I guess. But I could just.
I mean, you surprise
We'll
us
see them on what, Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the follow,
No,
DangerMan64, which is actually one of the coolest names I've seen recently.
That is kinda cool.
DangerMan64. I like it. So yeah. Oh, are we being raided?
Did we get raided? What?
Did we
Wait,
get
did
raided
we?
while I got booted?
Bizarre.
I haven't seen a notice.
Oh, because we just like our numbers doubled when I looked away. So that was weird.
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening. I'm just.
I don't
just-
think
and
so.
they're
We didn't get a raid
they're back
notice.
down again. All right. So
It's
anyway,
been acting so wonky.
it's been acting so wonky. I don't know why. I don't know why at all. But
Which
you
has
guys.
been wonky this week.
Really
Twitch.
wonky.
I've
Why
seen
you
several
gotta
other
be like
people
that?
have a lot of problems with it. So
So tomorrow we have Cyberpunk Red at 2 p.m. Pacific, so you should come and do that. I have to finish plotting tomorrow's game tonight.
if you haven't seen it yet, oh my god, go watch it. Their costumes and just everything is fantastic.
It's really solid.
Definitely go see it.
I play
I'm
a very
sad-
different character.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
Did you get something for your hands?
I did half of it, so I'm just gonna keep my hand off a screen and then wait for.
I mean, you could just get a flesh mod. You
You
want cyber fingers.
No, I've got plans, but yeah, I'm gonna clip those fingers and make them cybernetic.
Nice. Okay. So Neil, what did you think of Curse of Strahd?
I thought it was really good. It was. I don't play much D&D these days.
I know you. What do you play mostly? You mostly play Savage Worlds, right?
In my game group, when I'm not running games, we tend to play a lot of Savage Worlds. When I am running games, we play a lot of Forged in the Dark or Powered by the Apocalypse games.
Did you see that Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra are getting their own Magpie game?
I did.
Yeah.
I did see that. I suspect I will be playing that because there's a guy in my group who's even more into that than I am. And I'm excited to experience that when it happens.
Water Tribe. So
My cabbages.
my cabbages.
I had to scream that in Guild Wars when I went and raided somebody's cabbage patch.
Nice.
Yep. Mhm.
It's cabbages.
I'm there for that.
Oh, apparently Twitch might be having some issues because tomorrow's the Super Owl.
Oh yeah, and they're doing.
Oh, the Sporting McSport Day.
The big
It's
game.
the big sport event thing.
You know that you're not actually supposed to
It's
say
our
the name.
fandom.
It's like Macbeth. You're not supposed to say the name of it because then I guess just like that, Shakespeare shows up and sues you for saying the name. So you have to call it the big game if it's on any type of broadcast, or you have to call it the Superb Owl, or the
Hey.
Super Bowel. If you
It
watch
just
Bob's
feels
Burgers.
really stupid that they would trademark their own name in such a way that people couldn't use it because then they need to pay for
Can't.
it.
Promote them.
As well.
It's kind of at that
Oh,
point.
sports.
Puppy Bowl would be good though.
Ball.
It's the
Same.
Strahd of sports.
So what
We-
I'm thinking is, guys, it has been fantastic to see you all and to have you all here for this adventure. I think that unless somebody else wants to run this, I might put this book. I don't know if they want the tabs. I might leave the tabs in because like this is some bullshit right here. I might put
Great.
this up as one of the gifts if I can get us all to sign it sometime.
Yeah.
Because this
Honestly,
is our.
you should go through and kind of like put some arrows and little notes here and there of like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, it's COVID, so we'll just leave it with everybody. Everybody gets the book for 1 week, we'll say, before Extra Life, and you can doodle in it, scratch things out.
I'll
who knows?
I'll print out some of my graphics and stick them in pages.
And that reminds me, we never got a chance to give those out. So one sec.
Oh, I know what this is.
Wait.
Yeah, it didn't happen last Extra Life, so I guess it'll be this Extra Life.
So a while ago, Mike and everybody else in Curse of Strahd got me some cool stuff. They got me some coffee and just a present for running the game. And it was really, really pleasant.
I think this
But-
was mainly Mike.
Was it mainly Mike? I didn't know who organized it because Mike's really humble. I knew that Mike was like, it's probably spearheading it.
It was Michael, and then I conspired with him and Kel, I think, to get it into the house.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure of the sequence of events. But by the way, guys, do give your dungeon master presents occasionally, usually at the end of things, because it does really matter, and it does encourage for all the back hard work. So Mike went and had these made, and we were going to give them out and auction them off during various events like Extra Life. But we had the problem where it's really hard to transport posters across long distances because poster tubes are actually surprisingly expensive. And I didn't want to give them out for like a $5 bid or something like that. So what I'm going to do right now is, if you guys, any of you who are in Canada, you know what, it's about the same damn price regardless, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it? What do you guys think?
Well,
You like
it's the
these?
size, right?
Yeah. Well, what we do is
It's dimensions as well.
We roll
as
it this
weight.
way and send it in a poster tube.
You know, I can print you smaller ones if you want to make them more portable.
Oh yeah, can you print me some like
Postcards.
postcards? We can send postcards out to everybody in this game.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we should get Dork Tales postcards of like different games, like with the characters and shit.
Sure.
Yeah,
and like
I
that
mean,
could be like a low level thing, because then we can write a little message on the back or something. Just have
that's
like
true. Oh, I like that
it
this
wouldn't be
called it
super
in advance.
personalized, but
There's Shasta. There's the dribble. She got that blood. But yeah, so if anybody wants one of these, what I would remind you is that this year we're doing Extra Life again. So those of you who are watching on YouTube may not know because it's kind of buried in our algorithm. But we do Extra Life every year. Last year we raised like $15,000 for children's charities by playing games. So if you'd like to, we're already live again this year. And you can go at extra-life.org /team/dorktales. And you can donate to us. Donate to everybody individually is the way that it works. And you help boost each of us up. If you donate during the stream, you get to purchase different advantages and bonuses for things. We're running a few different Extra Lives this year. We're running one. We're running a small one in a couple weeks that I'll tell you more about after Tuesday when we do have our planning meeting. And then we're running in August and we're running in November. And these are going to be full weekend long events that are going to consist of, at least August, November, are going to consist of at least 8 games that are ran over a 3-day period of time. Used to be we would run for 25. I would run for 25 hours. I would run for 22 hours and Amy would run for 3 hours is usually what would happen because at a certain point I would just die on the inside and have to go lay in the bed and cry for 2 hours. And then Amy would take over.
Yep.
So, now we've switched it to running a bunch of shorter games, like one-shots, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really good way to raise money for kids. I mean, on average, each of us were bringing in a few $100s. Some of us bringing in thousands of dollars because some people are overachievers. Yeah, I'm cheating because I'm the storyteller, right?
800 last year, so I raised my goal this year to 800 because last year I went 500 as my goal.
Yeah.
I think I made 500. I think I brought mine up to like 700 or 750 Canadian or something. I'm not sure.
Mike McGee brought in like 1,300.
Oh, shit ton.
Yeah,
he cheated and had a car wash. And,
yeah, he had his business work with him for this
and did price matching. And then Jacob McDonald is one of our Extra Life team guys. He sold cookies for like a year.
Hustles.
Oh, yeah.
And he did like $3,000 or something. It was some ridiculous amount. I beat Hayden. That's all that matters to me. I beat Hayden. I beat our celebrity. Yeah. I beat it because of you. Now Hayden's gonna cream me this year. It's just gonna be awful. I'm gonna be steamrolled. But yeah, no, come to our Extra Life.
For the November one, I might actually auction my hair this time for what color it goes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to compete, right? Because Robin's doing a tattoo.
Yeah. I think Robin's a little insane for that, but
Robin's a little.
We still love her.
Robin's going overboard. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, and I might put this up. Last year, the first 2 Extra Lives we did, the reason I brought Extra Life up is because we have the cool posters, which we're going to be doing this time as a commemorative, and then we're also going to be doing I always auctioned off the books that we used. So, I actually auctioned off the first one, Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
I'm so mad that there was no actual dragons being heisted.
There were no dragons being stolen!
We're so salty about that.
Everybody's like, it's such a good module. And I'm like, there were 0 dragons stolen.
No one stole a dragon.
I want the stolen dragon, guys. So anyway, that was Curse of Strahd. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it? Could have sold the gold one.
You're all great. It was fun to play with you.
Yep, I've had so much fun with this group.
No, this was an interesting group to play together.
You had fun with this group, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
I mean, we've done other projects, but this for me has been one of the longest term projects. And every 2 weeks, I'm like, oh boy, it's Strahd night.
Nice. Well, that's really
something
good.
to look forward to. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
That's a good way to live.
Frigimon fanatic. Frigimon. It's like refrigerator monsters.
We're at 977 followers.
Oh, just give me those 23 followers, guys.
So close.
Wait, how
so close. We want to hit 1,000 by the 12th.
I gotta hit 1,000 by the 12th. Steal an actual dragon. What I'm gonna have is like the Mataket dragon heist, where you just have to try to steal the Baron. Hello, it's me, the Baron. Good to be back. I missed the Baron.
Well, they just know they have to just bring Tia in.
Can anybody make TV anime themed dice? Oh, tons of people. Actually, if you go go on our Discord. And you guys, if you aren't in our Discord, go and talk to Hannah. Hannah makes them. So Hannah does VO on our Discord, and Hayden does too, but Hayden's too busy to do it right now, probably. And
Hayden's
they're doing their own thing.
But honestly, if you look at the dice hashtag on Twitter, you'll get lots of dice makers.
It's true. There are a lot of dice makers. I want some nerve dice. But we got a bunch of more cool stuff coming out. So tomorrow is Cyberpunk Red. This summer, I'm going to be running a bunch of other stuff, including Deadlands, which is a cowboy game. And let me just put it this way. I already got how I'm going to run this thing nice and down. It's going to be good. We're going to be running Dungeons and Dragons: The Reign of Emrys, which is I think it's probably going to run about 20 or 30 episodes, probably similar to Curse of Strahd. It's going to be every Friday on Dork Tales, and is set in our homebrew world. If you like what we did here tonight, come and see what we do where I don't have to run out of a book and everything gets to be creative and interesting. It's going to be a cohesive plot. I'm not saying the book isn't creative and interesting, but I'm not bound by anything, so I can just do whatever the hell I want. And then I don't get hit with a curveball where it's like, oh no, that sword was actually there. Or like, oh no, I looked at the map wrong when I was planning the game because my dog was throwing up and I was distracted or something like that. Because, that happens. Yeah. So you should totally tune in and watch that. And because I know we run a lot of homebrew games on the channel that a lot of people don't tune into because they're like, oh, there's a lot to learn there. It seems like there's a higher buy-in rate, but I promise this is gonna be easy. We have a wiki, makes it easy. And what else are we running? We're running Werewolf the Forsaken right now, which is a Chronicles of Darkness game. That's going to be wrapping up its season in the next 2 to 3 episodes, probably, depending on. It was supposed to be the last episode, but then a bunch of people died. And
please tell me Vampire's coming back.
Vampire is coming back on Thursday, and it is
high anticipation.
Do you actually watch Vampire?
I love Vampire.
I thought you hated Vampire.
No, I hate like anything with vampires, but the Vampire stream is my favorite because the amount of drama in it is so heavy. Like,
oh god, they fucked it up so hard.
The drama. I thought this team was evil. That team is more evil.
That team is good. Well, that season's gonna wrap after another 3 or 4 episodes probably because they have dug themselves such a hole they can't get out.
Yeah, well, I have to like get a bag of popcorn every time it's on. I'm like, oh, it's gonna get real.
It's gonna get real. Oh yeah, and there's James right there in the chat. Good job, James, Mr. Diablery himself.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
James, like, I don't know what the hell you guys are doing in that game. Like, really, seriously, what the hell were you guys thinking? But holy crap, I love your character. Like, absolutely love him. It's just
love. So and that's
and
That
fantastic. The accent, the way you act it, well done.
That was the game's been constantly postponed due to a number of real life issues, but it's going to be back on Thursday, and then the following Thursday, and then I think it's going to 2 more weeks. I think, and that might be the last game of the season. We'll see. And then other game,
and I mean, on top of that, also is like when Dork Tales isn't running, multiple of the players stream as well.
Very true.
So if you're absolutely bored and have nothing else to do. At least 3 of us here.
Yeah, I don't think Neil doesn't stream yet. Not yet. Someday. No, probably not. No. But yeah, give Lady Liliana a follow. Give Paradoxical Ghoul a follow. Give Sylvester.
I
Can't give yourself a shout out.
Oh, can you not? Okay, hold on.
One sec, Alec got it.
Help.
I've been described as the Banksy of Twitch. I do not have a schedule, but when I do stuff, it is fun. So yeah.
Jerry, have a good night, man. It's good having you here. So, and then other games that we are doing, or that I am doing, I guess, because I run way too many games. I have a couple of games that are going to be coming out later this year that if you like World of Darkness or Chronicles of Darkness stuff, I am in talks to do another couple of games for Onyx Path. I don't know if I'm supposed to really talk about them at this point because they're still theoretical. But if I don't run them there, I'll run them here, and it's probably going to be something pretty dope, which you're going to like. And then people keep bugging me to run a Demon the Descent game, so I don't know, maybe.
I would be into that.
Demons?
Please, do some short ones.
I could do some short ones.
Overly committed.
Yeah.
I'm running
Like
a lot
a
of
5 session
D&D right now. It's almost like we live in a world where we should have like escapism and fantasy and stuff.
And I still have a couple of frames I need to gear up for you in the next few weeks.
This is true.
I'm looking forward to using my cool ass spells in the new D&D game.
Should I run a My Little Pony Equestria game?
I mean, do you have a hook? If you got a hook,
You know what my hook is? Friendship is magic, motherfucker. The Dark Lord of Friendship is here, and he wants to be your friend.
I feel like if you do that, it needs to be a game of like you try and pull in James and Blog and Michael and Mike and
it's just all the bros.
All the guys.
My little bronies, my little bronies. Friendship is magic.
I will cosplay for that.
Let the
Oh my
people
god,
get away
you
from
have
real
to
life.
now.
Oh, that's nice. The UN. Okay, so Amy, do you want me to say that?
Sure.
Okay, you want to
I don't know what
announce
it's
it
gonna
right?
be yet. I can say.
Okay. So guys, here's the deal. So I guess this is going to be announced right now, and I will let someone else take it away in a minute. But the thing on Dork Tales is that I run all the games, except on like one shots and things like that. And I run a lot of games. I run between 3 and 5 games a week on the channel. This week's going to be a slog, as I got like 5 in a row because of the way that worked. I got my birthday off, which is going to be nice. But you know what? I do enjoy playing from time to time, which is why I've had a couple of players step forward and offer to run games sometime in the near future. Go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and run something. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. We're still looking.
Okay,
I'm thinking.
so Amy's going to run something for the channel, which means that,
probably-
guys, I need to know what I need to play. I'm either going to be a dwarven wizard that's going to talk like Craig Ferguson, or I'm going to be a halfling dog rider.
I thought it was going to be a dwarf who talked more like Sean Connery and the
No,
halfling that talked more like.
No, you
Craig
kept
Ferguson.
saying Sean Connery because you expect me to just go in and be like, "Hello, I'm a dwarf." Oh, you know what? I'll do that if I
That's
can
what
be
you do for male dwarves.
if I can be a dwarf secret agent. Hello, with an obvious toupee. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I
So
think
my-
it's really going to depend on what I end up running too, because like because I don't want it to be like a long-term thing. Probably like a short
I need to
run.
know what the people say costume, or the people are saying halfling. A Bond dwarf would be pretty good. I mean, like the halfling dog rider would be pretty good. Be a cavalier.
Pretty
Hello,
cute.
hello.
I love
How are you
that.
today?
And then you have a dog.
I'd have a dog. I'd be a halfling. I wouldn't
Yeah.
shave for that. I'd want my
No.
beard still. I probably.
Mhm.
But I've got ears down there. I don't know if I get a wig.
Hmm.
But I was looking up makeup tutorials about how to make my eyes look bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, and I
That's
get
easy.
contacts because
Light liner.
I want the anime eyes.
Mm.
Hi. Oh, Mr. Frodo, if this is the farthest I've ever gone from the Shire. I'm sorry, that was the 70s, the animated rotoscoped one.
Yeah, where there's a whip, there's a way, man.
Where there's a whip, there's a way. Yeah. Speaking of your Saturday nights, Neil, how's it going? Where there's a whip. Well, Kelly Bond. Hello. I don't know. I also was thinking that it'd be kind of fun to just play a character that had kind of like a Craig Ferguson voice and kind of talk like this. Oh, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Ah, how are you doing? You're doing well. Yeah, me too. I could also play a dwarven Scrooge McDuck. Angus
True.
McDuff. I've already done it, so that's fair.
You have.
Play a most ridiculous halfling. I was thinking I'd playing a halfling wizard, a halfling monk, just because having like this short fat dude like flip bitches is just great. Or it's like this orc's like, me smash you. All right, bring it on, bitch. Whoosh, and just start whoosh, 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 would be pretty great. But also being a dog rider, so then I could commission some art of a dog. That's my entire purpose, is just being like this. Because I've already, but I was looking at the dwarf though, and you know what my favorite part about being a dwarven wizard is?
What?
I'm still wearing chainmail.
Yeah.
Screw you. It doesn't affect my casting. Halfling barbarians, like Sammo Hung. Nobody expects the tubby dude. I see. I normally play characters that are like very Bishonen-y or very like big and like kind of like macho size. I never play like the little chubby guys, and I'm like, I want to play a little chubby guy. Except for that time I played Jack Black. That was great.
Really funny.
That guy
that
was
ridiculous.
What game was that? Because
that was
David's
way
game.
ran the game. Yeah, way ran that.
Wasn't it from a campaign though? Wasn't it?
That was Into the Abyss.
Yeah.
Or Out of the Abyss?
Out of the Abyss, yeah.
Out of the
Yeah.
Abyss. And I
I'm
played.
looking at modules because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing.
I had a half orc fighter, the spell fighter,
Eldritch
arcane
Knights.
fighter.
Oh, I could play.
Eldritch Knight, that's
I
what it
can't
is.
do a
Warlock
kobold
for
because
that
we're gonna
one.
costume it, and that would be like a $600
good.
latex
Yeah.
mask.
I had a short warlock human who was hook up with the drow
That
queen.
so Hollister.
Yeah.
That game was not recorded. That was just a game that we played over at my friend Way's house. But I will guarantee that character was so beautifully annoying because
it was
I was
great.
just playing Jack Black from Tenacious D, and every time I used Bardic Inspiration, I would write a song
Oh yeah.
because I'm a pretty
Yeah.
quick poet, and it would be like, I've got our mature filter on right now. It'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you motherfucker! I'm gonna fuck you up with my bow! Yeah! Don't you know? I'm gonna shoot you in your toe!" You know, something like that, like every time. And it was really good.
It was, yeah. No, I remember that.
But there, I gave you a taste of it, so don't be upset.
I remember sitting there and watching, like, as we were getting ready for something,
Just like
as
That
Way was
please
describing it or
scribble
whatever,
away.
Kelly would be sitting there scribbling down, getting an idea out, getting it ready.
that was good. That was
Oh,
really good.
I'm sorry, TK. I didn't mean to blow your
Yeah, I
eardrums
think
out.
Amy and I ended up our characters both ended up in the top room of an inn or something, having some fun that last game. Oh, because Nick
Remember,
and who
Was it
else was
Krista?
playing with us?
Krista was there.
Just,
There were
Krista.
6
Nick
of
and
us because it
Krista.
was a pretty big
Oh,
game.
Caitlin. Caitlin.
Oh,
No,
Caitlin
me
was
and
there.
Krista's characters were like bros.
Yeah.
And
that was
we
really
just
funny.
just GTFO'd into the inn when like Nick and somebody else's character, I think maybe Amy's character, just started arguing about the best way to tackle this dragon. And we're just
Well,
like, ugh.
You start at the bottom and tackle upwards is what I think, but you know.
Very gung ho about there's a dragon here, we can steal it. And this was after we'd had Extra Life and there was no dragon heisting of actual dragons.
We
So
could have
I-
stolen that dragon. Like it could have been more authentic than the Waterdeep dragon heist. It could have been the Underdark dragon heist.
Well, I think, didn't we convince it to help
Oh,
us?
thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much.
Amy, your voice has
Nothing.
disappeared.
I don't know. Hi. Hello. Am I here?
Yeah. You went
I-
really quiet.
I don't know. I guess it's trying to like auto filter because I was going too high pitch. But yeah, no. The dragon gave us the deck of many things,
Oh,
and
that's
everything
right.
devolved from there because
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what that deck does. And I'm sorry if I blew out anybody's ears with my Jack Black. Just consider yourself having bardic inspiration.
That.
Yeah.
So what have you done? Jeez. I'm like.
So
those-
yeah, okay. So Amy, here's what you can run. Let's run
portal.
through this real quick. So you can run. You want to run something short. So there are pre-made
Yeah.
adventures like the Barber of Silvery Moon.
Yeah.
There are. I would suggest
I'm a
doing the
little
sheep
familiar with.
sheep chase, which is great.
I'm looking at like the Ghosts of Salt March and the Tales of the Yawning Portal as like potentials for.
Yeah, those are good ones.
adventures.
I would
Yeah.
hop in. Just do that. Like basically, do you want nautical themed or do you want more traditional? Because that's the difference. Like I would start off with like the Sunless Citadel probably if I were you. Just do that
Okay.
because it's a
Yeah,
cool.
that's Tales from the Yawning Portal, so I need to go pick that up.
No, just talk to Mike McGee. He has my copy.
Oh, does he? Okay, yeah, I'll
Or they have my copy, yeah.
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 I'll message
Also,
them.
quit talking away from your mic.
Sorry. The chat's over there and my phone's like there, so
Yeah, I don't know. Your
I
mic is too weird.
apologize. It's doing something funky.
You did give a thumbs. Someone's got to be Jack Black. Ah. I'll see. I'll see what I can do. At the very least, I'll do something fun. I guarantee. I was just trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to do like what a costume is, because I want a costume for this. Since we're trying to have more and more of our games be costumed, kind of as standard.
I would say that for whatever this one is, probably since it's going to be a relatively short run.
I've got a bucket of ears right here, Amy.
I know, but like
you don't believe me, chat. Hold on.
Because I know that Kelly's not going to want to like. He's not reprising his character Lark, because that's kind of become its own thing now. Lark and Gristlegrit. It's kind of become its own canon thing. As funny as that could be, but.
When is this happening? When is this happening, Amy?
I think I'll aim for starting sometime in March. And oh my God, Kelly, what are you?
I have inspiration. Hold on. Okay, ready? Oh, hold on. I got a pocket squares. Sorry, I had extra roses. I got that for the Sailor Moon game, and then I ended up being a Sailor Scout. There's always a method to my madness. Tranquility base. All right, cool. Ready? Those are ears.
Are they materially different, or are they all the same ears?
I bought them because we do live events, right? So I bought them so we'd always have disposable ears if needed.
Yeah.
So there are some white ones. These are glow in the dark. There are 2 different flesh tones, so slightly more tan and slightly pinker. And then there are like the halfling ears.
Well, I do know that if I play something in a short run, I have that lovely, lovely pink curly wig that I need to use.
You do.
More. I only used it for extra life so far.
True.
Hello there. Would you like to see my collection?
Pre-wrap.
Oh yeah, they're sterile.
Ear ye.
And this is a stress toy that I got on AliExpress at 3 in the morning. Because this is what I do. I hop on AliExpress at like 3 or 4 in the morning when I can't sleep, and I'm like, yeah, a yellow waffle stress ball thing is exactly what I need. Because it's, it's 4 in the morning, guys. You do the same thing. Shut up. I'm relatable. I'm hip. I'm with it. This is not the right color. I need to paint these. Rats are historical. All right. So, boop. Nice collection.
I just pinged Mike. Maybe he'll get his
get that book, because also I have soundproofing for it. So guys, that's gonna be probably it for us for Curse of Strahd. It has been an absolute pleasure playing through this game with you and punching my mic. It has been an absolute pleasure playing this game for you and having you along with us on this adventure. I really appreciate all of you who are watching on YouTube right now, and I'm gonna do some Twitch callouts right now. So I want to thank Riggs for being here. I want to thank TK. I want to thank Holy Sister. Or Holly Sister. Is it Holly Sister or Holy Sister one? I want to thank, of course, Taco Wiener Salad and Hecatonis. I want to thank Dangerman64. I want to thank, because this is going to go on YouTube. This is going to be a permanent fixture. I want to thank Nacro, of course. Couldn't have made it without Nacro support. And of course Wonka. And of course Olathion or Otheion. Is it Olathion or Otheion? I always pronounce James's name wrong.
I thought it was Otheon.
Is it Otheon?
Yeah, I thought it was Otheon.
Jerry247, you already left, but I love you. And then Soul Omen, you are amazing as always. If you like this type of conversation and you want to just be involved in a kind of nice D&D community and like role-playing community, hop on our Discord. The link is all over our YouTube, and it's in our Oatheon. Okay, I always thought it was Olathion, and I was like, why do you like lathe so much? But hop on our Discord. It's a nice, friendly way to just chat. We're a nice, inclusive community that actually kind of like each other. So it's good. Pretty supportive. Lots of dog pictures. Lots of pictures of our dogs.
I was about to mention that. Lots of pictures of dogs.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it's
That's
a
basically
pretty.
all I do on there is put.
Oh,
those
thank
dog
you,
pictures
thank
on.
you, a wild Firen. A wild Firen. It's a nice name. Nice. Lathes are cool. It's the only tool that can make it. Oh. What's the kind of? No, what did I say kind of in front of?
But kind of like each other? Is that what we're referring? Is that what you're
I
saying?
mean, we kind of like each other. Like most of us are
I think
pretty friendly.
so.
Like
Yeah.
we mostly just like post dog pictures and hang out. It's kind of nice. And the community's growing too, so it's pretty easy to get on there and just find a bunch of memes dropped at like 2 p.m. right when you need them.
Mhm.
And Stu's everywhere. So if you want to see some more taco wiener salad, he's all over the place. Dogs and memes, and at me desperately asking you to come up with names for things, which is great. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into Curse of Strahd. It has been a fun ride. I can't wait to see that side episode that we run over Extra Life, where you get to play Shasta's daughter, the vampire.
Oh my god!
You're gonna be like you're gonna be a vampire.
such a
You're gonna be a vampire
princess.
plastic, is what you are. You're gonna be Regina George, the vampire warlock,
with Strahd
as
her
your patron.
warlock patron. Yeah,
It's gonna be great. So
it'll
guys,
be a mess.
if you like what we do here, give us a follow and head over to YouTube, give us a subscribe, hop on our Discord, do all the fun things, and we will see you really shortly in some more games. This week we have Cyberpunk 2076, because we're before the patch. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. Monday we have Rime and the Frost Maiden at 7. Tuesday I have off. Wednesday we're back with Shards of Nirn as they head to the Magic Floating Continent. Thursday we have Vampire. Friday I have a day off. And then Saturday we're back with the Secret of Hexter House. And then what are we doing on Sunday? Are we doing nothing on Sunday?
Do we have anything for that?
No, we couldn't do Werewolf. I have Sunday off. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna take a nap.
Fancy.
So
Oh,
on Wednesday.
Sunday's Valentine's Day.
Okay, I was gonna say that I drink blood, but yes, it's Valentine's Day, but like commercial holidays. My birthday's on Friday, and like Sunday's Valentine's Day. It's a weird weekend. It's always been weird where it's been like, happy birthday to me, here's some chocolate, but
Hey, that seems like a good birthday.
Io Lubricalia. I just read that as Chupacabra, Neil. Happy Chupacabra, everybody. All right, so that's going to be it for us tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Go relax and enjoy your lives away from Barovia. It's the last time I get to do that. Until the extra life. Remember to call home, Shasta's daughter. My number is 1 800 1-800 I'm Strahd. All right, we'll see you very soon, guys. Love you all. Have a great night. Bye.